So this tutorial is super easy. Most of these things you probably already have at home. First, you need a towel. Then you'll need a jar or some type of container to keep them in. Next, you'll need a marker, a chalk pen, or something just to trace. So you'll just trace the circle of the jar or whatever container that you're using, and trace as many as you need. I was able to fit about 15 circles on this one cloth. Now I also have another one, a microfiber cloth that I'm going to use for the other side. So I use the microfiber cloth because it's super soft, and the white cloth is terry cloth and it's a little more rough. Here you'll see me just pinning everything down, pinning each circle down before I cut it to make sure that the front and back stays together. And if you notice, the white cloth, the terry cloth, has one side flat, which is the one that I traced. So I'll need to unpin it and flip that one over. So the microfiber cloth doesn't really matter because both sides are soft, but sometimes there is a front and a back. So for the white cloth, is terry cloth on one side and it's actually flat on the other. So after I just cut each one out, I'll remove the pin and place it back. On my Instagram, I recorded a hand sewn method for this, which is super easy to make. But here, if you want to do it on a sewing machine, it's super easy. It's only 2 stitches, easy steps. So here you can see what I mean when I said one side of the cloth had a different texture than the other. So with both sides facing out, we're just gonna make a straight stitch all the way around the circle. It's not a very precise project, so don't worry about it being super straight, but we still need to close up the edge so it doesn't continue to fray. So you can go with a zigzag stitch. I actually like this other stitch that resembles an overlocking stitch, so choose whichever one that you want. All machines don't have all the same stitches, so choose what you're able to do and what you want to do to close up the edge, and continue to do it to all of your circles. The purpose of doing this is to keep the edges from fraying, so just make sure that you go all the way to the outside of the circle, and then you're done. The next step is to just stack them up in your container, and I said I did about 15 of them, which fit perfectly for this jar that I chose. If you wanted to just use them dry, all you have to do is store them however you like, in a bag or a drawer or something. To make this solution, I just used some water and a basic unscented face wash. And then I wanted to use this sweet almond oil, rose oil that I bought from Egypt. And it's from one of my favorite stores, Nefertari, and it just smells so good. All it is sweet almond oil and rose petals and rose essential oil. The face wash I used was sulfate free, and so it doesn't set up a whole lot. And I like to add oil because it just adds a little bit more moisture. And that's it. You can throw them in the washing machine after each use and reuse them when they're clean.